Hello everyone and welcome to EverlastCyber. In today's video, we'll be going through some practice questions and answers for the Amazon AWS Certified Practitioner certification. These questions will focus on cloud fundamentals, pricing models, and security responsibilities. So we're going to kick off with the first question. Question 1. A company wants to review its monthly costs of using Amazon EC2 and Amazon RDS for the past year. Which AWS service or tool provides this information? A. AWS Trusted Advisor. B. Cost Explorer. C. Amazon Forecast. D. Amazon CloudWatch. The AWS Trusted Advisor provides recommendations that will be used to optimize your AWS resources, including cost-saving suggestions. However, it does not offer detailed cost reports. The Cost Explorer is an AWS tool that allows users to visualize and analyze their AWS costs and usage, and it provides a detailed insight into how much you're spending on services like the Amazon EC2 and RDS over time. Amazon Forecast is a machine learning tool that helps to predict future data trends such as demand and sales. However, it is not used to review past costs. While the Amazon CloudWatch is used for monitoring and logging AWS resources and services, however, it is not designed to review the detailed cost data. So for this, the correct answer is option B, Cost Explorer. With the Cost Explorer, you can review costs for the past year, set custom time frames, as well as identify spending trends. Question 2. Which Amazon service is designed to help you assess, audit, and evaluate the configurations of your AWS resources? A. AWS Cloud Trail. B. Amazon Inspector. C. AWS Config. D. AWS Trusted Advisor. AWS Cloud Trail records API activity and actions taken by users, services, and applications, but it is not focused on assessing or auditing resource configurations. The Amazon Inspector is a security assessment service for applications running on AWS that helps to identify deviations and vulnerabilities, but it does not audit AWS configurations. AWS Config is a service designed to help you assess, audit, and evaluate the configurations of your AWS resources, and it continuously monitors and records AWS resource configurations. AWS Trusted Advisor provides real-time recommendations to optimize AWS resources for cost, performance, security, and fault tolerance, but it is not focused on configuration assessments or auditing. So for this, the answer is option C, AWS Config. It allows and helps to identify changes, compliance, and security risks within your AWS environments. Question 3. Amazon's on-premise application deployment cycle was 3 to 4 weeks. After migrating to the AWS cloud, Amazon can deploy the application in 2 to 3 days. Which benefit has Amazon experienced by moving to the AWS cloud? A. Elasticity. B. Flexibility. C. Agility. D. Resilience. Elasticity is the ability to automatically scale resources up or down depending on the demand. Flexibility refers to the ability to choose from a wide range of tools, technologies, and services to best suit your needs. However, it does not relate to deployment speed improvements. Agility, in the context of AWS Cloud, refers to the ability to quickly adapt and deploy applications, responding to changes and demands much faster than before. Resilience is the ability of a system to recover from failures and maintain availability, and this is different from reducing deployment times. So for this, The benefits that Amazon has experienced by moving to the AWS cloud is option C, agility. Since the company reduced its deployment time from 3 to 4 weeks to 2 to 3 days, it indicates a significant improvement in the speed and efficiency of development and deployment processes. And this is the key feature of agility. Question 4. A company has designed its AWS cloud infrastructure to run its workloads effectively. The company also has protocols in place to continuously improve supporting processes. Which pillar of the AWS well-architected framework does this scenario represent? A. Security. B. Performance efficiency. C. Cost optimization. D. Operational excellence. Security focuses on protecting data, systems, and assets by implementing the appropriate security measures. But in the scenario we have here, it's all about improving processes and not security. Performance efficiency focuses on using IT and computing resources efficiently to meet system requirements, but it is not about the continuous improvement of processes. Cost optimization focuses on avoiding unnecessary costs, but the scenario we have here does not emphasize cost management. Operational excellence, which is a pillar of the AWS well-architected framework, focuses on the ability to run and monitor systems to deliver business value and to continuously improve processes and procedures. So we're going with option D. In this scenario, the company not only designed its AWS infrastructure to run workloads effectively, but also has protocols to continuously improve its supporting processes. And this aligns with the core principles of operational excellence. Question 5. EverlastCyber is planning to run a global marketing application in the AWS cloud. The application will feature videos that can be viewed by users. The company must ensure that all users can view these videos with low latency. Which AWS service should the company use to meet these requirements? A. Amazon CloudFront. B. Amazon Kinesis video streams. C. Elastic load balancing. D. AWS auto-scaling. Amazon CloudFront is a global content delivery network service that securely delivers data, videos, and other assets to users with low latency, and it does this by caching content at edge locations around the world. Amazon Kinesis video streams is used to stream and analyze video data in real time, but it is not designed to deliver static or pre-recorded video content to global users. So this will only be used when the video will be streamed in real time. Elastic load balancing distributes incoming traffic across multiple targets, improving fault tolerance and availability, but it does not address the global low latency video delivery requirements that we have in this scenario. AWS auto-scaling helps to automatically scale AWS resources based on demand. However, it has nothing to do with reducing latency for video streaming. So for this, we'll be going with option A, Amazon CloudFront. For a global marketing application featuring videos, CloudFront ensures that the users experience fast, low latency video playback regardless of their location. Question 6. A company needs to establish a connection between two VPCs. The VPCs are located in two different AWS regions. The company wants to use the existing infrastructure of the VPCs for this connection. Which AWS service or feature can be used to establish this connection? A. AWS Clients VPN. B. VPC pairing. C. AWS Direct Connect. D. VPC endpoints. AWS Client VPN is used to provide secure access to AWS resources for remote clients, but it is not used for connecting two VPCs. VPC pairing allows you to connect two virtual private clouds across different AWS regions or even within the same region. AWS Direct Connect is a dedicated network connection from your premises to AWS, and it is usually used for low latency connections to AWS, but it does not connect two VPCs directly. VPC endpoints allow you to privately connect your VPC to supported AWS services without going over the public internet, but it does not connect two VPCs. So for this scenario, our answer is option B, VPC pairing. This will allow routing of traffic between VPCs using the existing infrastructure of each VPC without needing additional hardware or VPC connections. So VPC pairing is ideal for establishing a connection between VPCs in different AWS regions or even within the same region. Question 7. Which of the following is a benefit of using Amazon RDS? A. Fully automated database performance tuning. B. Automated database backups and patching. C. Unlimited scalability of the underlying infrastructure. D. Full control over the underlying operating system. For option A, the fully automated database tuning, Amazon RDS offers tools like Performance Insights to help monitor and tune database performance, but it does not fully automate the performance tuning. Automated database backups and patching is one of the things that Amazon RDS helps to do. So it automates time-consuming tasks like database setup, patching, backups and updates, and this helps to reduce operational overhead and also improve reliability. For option C, while RDS can scale vertically and horizontally to some extent, there are limits to the scalability of the infrastructure depending on the instance type and configuration. For option D, Amazon RDS manages the operating system for you, and users do not have full control over it. This is to simplify the management and enhance the security. However, with respect to the question here, the key benefits of using Amazon RDS is option B, to automate database backups and patching, and this will in turn simplify database management. Question 8. According to the AWS Shared Responsibility Model, which responsibility does a customer have when using Amazon RDS to host a database? For this question, we'll be going with two answers. Option A, manage connections to the database. B, install Microsoft SQL Server. C, design encryption at rest strategies. D, apply minor database patches. For this question, the AWS Shared Responsibility Model, it gives the fact that the responsibility is shared between AWS and the customer, depending on the model that the customer chooses. So for this question, we'll be going with options A and C. Customers are responsible for managing how their applications connect to Amazon RDS, including the management of credentials and database permissions. For C, while AWS offers encryption capabilities, customers must design their own strategy, such as enabling encryption for the database and managing encryption keys if using customer-managed keys. So, for the AWS Shared Responsibility Model, the responsibility that the customer has is managing connections to the database and designing encryption at rest strategies. Question 9. What is a benefit of moving to the AWS cloud compared to traditional on-premises solutions? A, complete control over physical hardware. B, lower latency between instances. C, avoiding large upfront capital investments. D, unlimited bandwidth across all services. For option A, in the cloud, AWS manages the physical hardware and customers do not have direct control over it. This reduces the burden of hardware management, but it does not provide complete control. Lower latency between instances, while this is offered by AWS within regions, latency is not inherently lower compared to on-premises solutions, where the instances may be located on the same local network. For option C, one of the main benefits of moving to the AWS cloud is the ability to avoid large upfront capital expenditures that are typically associated with buying and maintaining physical hardware in traditional on-premises solutions. AWS uses a pay-as-you-go model, and this allows companies to scale their resources up or down as needed and pay only for what they use. For option D, bandwidth is not unlimited in AWS, so there are limits and associated costs for data transfer. So the main benefit we'll be looking at here is option C. Because AWS uses the pay-as-you-go model, companies can scale their resources up or down as the need arises, and they only get to pay for the resources that they use. Question 10. Which AWS service or feature allows users to connect with and deploy AWS services programmatically? A, AWS Management Console. B, AWS Cloud9. C, AWS Code Pipeline. D, AWS Software Development Kits. The AWS Management Console is a web-based interface for managing AWS services, but it does not allow for programmatic access. AWS Cloud9 is an integrated development environment for writing, running, and debugging code in the cloud, but it is not designed for deploying AWS services programmatically. AWS Code Pipeline is a continuous integration and delivery service for automating the release process, but it does not provide direct programmatic access to AWS services. So for this, the correct answer will be option D. The AWS Software Development Kit allows users to programmatically interact with and deploy AWS services. It provides a set of libraries and tools for various programming languages like Python, Java, JavaScript, and this enables developers to write code that can create, manage, and automate AWS services directly through their applications. So these tools are specifically designed to allow programmatic interaction with AWS services. Question 11. EverlastCyber wants to limit its employees' AWS access to a portfolio of predefined AWS resources. Which AWS solution should the company use to meet this requirement? A, AWS Config. B, AWS Software Development Kits. C, AWS Service Catalog. D, AWS AppSync. The AWS config is used to monitor and evaluate configurations of AWS resources, but it does not control access to those resources. The AWS SDKs allows for programmatic access to AWS services, but it does not limit access to a predefined set of resources. AWS Service Catalog allows organizations to create and manage a portfolio of approved AWS resources and services, while the AWS AppSync is a service for building scalable GraphQL APIs, but it is not related to resource access control. So for this, our answer here is option C. The service catalog will enable a company like EverlastCyber to define and control access to specific AWS resources, ensuring that employees can only access a predefined set of services and configurations. So this is useful for maintaining governance and compliance within the AWS environment. Question 12. What does Amazon S3 stand for? A. Simple Storage Service. B. Secure Storage System. C. Scalable Storage Solution. D. Standard Storage Service. Amazon S3 stands for Simple Storage Service, and this is an object storage service that offers industry-leading scalability, data availability, security, and performance. Question 13. Which AWS service or feature can be used to create a private connection between an on-premises workload and an AWS cloud workload? A. Amazon Routes 53. B. Amazon Macy. C. AWS Direct Contacts. D. AWS Private Link. Amazon Routes 53 is a scalable DNS web service that routes end users to applications. However, it does not provide a private connection. Amazon Macy is a security service that uses machine learning to discover and protect sensitive data in AWS, but it is not designed for establishing network connections. Amazon Direct Connect is a network service that provides a dedicated private connection between your on-premises infrastructure and AWS. Amazon Private Link enables private connectivity between VPCs and AWS services without exposing the traffic to the public internet, but it primarily connects VPCs and services within AWS rather than providing a connection from on-premises environments. So with respect to the scenario we have in the question asked, the answer is option C. The AWS Direct Connect will allow you to bypass the public internet, resulting in lower latency, increased security, and more consistent network performance for transferring data between the on-premises workload and AWS workloads. Question 14. Which AWS service will help protect applications running on AWS from DDoS attacks? A. Amazon Guard Duty. B. AWS WAF. C. AWS Shield. D. Amazon Inspector. The Amazon Guard Duty is a threat detection service that continuously monitors for malicious activity and unauthorized behavior, but it is not designed for DDoS protection. AWS WAF, or Web Application Firewall, helps to protect web applications from common web exploits, but it does not provide DDoS protection on its own. It can only complement the AWS Shield, which is another service. The AWS Shield is a managed DDoS protection service that safeguards applications running on AWS. Amazon Inspector is a security assessment service that helps to improve the security and compliance of applications, but it does not provide protection against DDoS attacks. So the answer here is option C, Amazon Web Service Shield. This is a managed DDoS protection service that safeguards applications running on AWS. So it provides automatic protection against DDoS attacks, and it usually comes in two tiers. So there's the AWS Shield Standard, which is automatically included at no extra cost, and then there's the AWS Shield Advanced. It offers additional features like enhanced DDoS attack detection and mitigation. Question 15. Which pillar of the AWS well-architected framework refers to the ability of a system to recover from infrastructure or service disruptions and dynamically acquires computing resources to meet demands? A. Security. B. Reliability. C. Performance efficiency. D. Cost optimization. Reading through the questions, the answer here would be option B. The reliability pillar of the AWS well-architected framework focuses on a system's ability to recover from failures and disruptions, ensuring that applications can dynamically adjust and acquire resources as needed to meet the changing demands. This includes implementing strategies for fault tolerance, data redundancy, and backup, enabling the system to remain available and functional even during infrastructure or service issues. Question 16. What does the AWS well-architected framework help customers achieve? A. Reducing operational costs by 50%. B. Improving security and operational excellence. C. Automatically migrating applications to AWS. D. Reducing on-premises infrastructure costs. For option A, while the framework may help identify cost-saving opportunities, it does not guarantee a specific percentage of cost reduction. For option B, the AWS architected framework provides guidelines and best practices that helps customers design and operate reliable, secure, efficient, and cost-effective systems in the cloud. For option C, the framework does not automate migration. It only provides guidance to build well-architected applications. While for option D, moving to AWS can reduce infrastructure costs, but the framework's focus is broader and includes overall architectural best practices rather than just cost reduction. So, the only thing in this scenario that the AWS well-architected framework helps customers achieve is improving security and operational excellence, which is option B. It helps organizations to assess their architectures and implement improvements in various areas, including security, reliability, operational excellence, performance efficiency, as well as cost optimization. Question 17. Which of the following are benefits of migrating to the AWS cloud? For this, we'll be choosing two options. A. Operational resilience. B. Discounts for products on Amazon.com. C. Business agility. D. Business excellence. E. Increased staff retention. For this, we'll be going with options A and C. For operational resilience, migrating to the AWS cloud helps to improve operational resilience, and it does this by providing features like automated backups, disaster recovery options, and the ability to quickly recover from outages or failures. For business agility, the AWS cloud allows organizations to rapidly scale their infrastructure up or down as needed. It also allows organizations to deploy applications quickly and respond more effectively to changing market demands. This agility enables businesses to innovate faster and adapt to customer needs more efficiently. Question 18. Which AWS services are managed database services? We'll be choosing two answers as well. A. Amazon Elastic Block Store. B. Amazon S3. C. Amazon RDS. D. Amazon Elastic File System. E. Amazon DynamoDB. For this, we'll be going with options C and E. Amazon RDS, or Relational Database Service, is a managed database service that simplifies the setup, operation, and scaling of relational databases in the cloud. It supports multiple database engines, including MySQL, MariaDB, Oracle, and Microsoft SQL Server, and it also automates tasks like backup, patching, and scaling. Amazon DynamoDB is a fully managed NoSQL database service that provides fast and predictable performance with seamless scalability. It is basically designed to handle high-traffic applications and automatically manage the infrastructure for you, including backup, replication, and scaling. Question 19. Which AWS service or feature acts as a firewall for Amazon EC2 instances? A. Network ACL. B. Elastic Network Interface. C. Amazon VPC. D. Security group. The network ACL is used to control traffic, but they only operate at a subnet level and provide an additional layer of security. They are stateless, while security groups are stateful. So this is not our answer. Elastic Network Interface is a virtual network interface that can be attached to an EC2 instance, but it does not function as a firewall. The Amazon VPC, or Virtual Private Cloud, allows users to create a private network in the AWS cloud, but it does not specifically act as a firewall. Security group, in this case, would be our answer because it acts as a virtual firewall for Amazon EC2 instances to control inbound and outbound traffic. It allows users to specify the rules that permit or denies access to instances based on protocols, ports, and source destination IP addresses. Question 20. Which pricing model allows customers to pay for computing capacity by the hour with no long-term commitments? A. Reserved instances. B. On-demand instances. C. Spot instances. D. Dedicated hosts. For this, our answer would be option B. On-demand instances allows customers to pay for computing capacity by the hour or by the second, depending on the instance type, without any long-term commitments. This model provides the flexibility to scale up or down as needed, and it makes it suitable for applications with unpredictable workloads. So the on-demand instance is the model that allows customers to pay for the computing capacity by the hour without any long-term commitments. This brings us to the end of the video for Amazon AWS Certified Practitioner certification. Don't forget to like, comment, and share, and also hit the notification button so that you'll be informed when our next informative video will drop. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.